Imagine suddenly being locked out of your own cell phone. You can't use it. And then being told you have to pay some crook to get back in.
It happened to an Orem woman just last week. Police say she told them she was browsing websites on her phone and an FBI message like this popped up saying, "We found child pornography." And now her phone was locked. And to unlock it, she'd have to pay $300.
The FBI isn't going to lock your phone down. The IRS isn't going to lock your phone down. These are just popular scams that people do to scare the average consumer.
Trent Levitt of Decipher Forensics has seen this sort of what's called ransomware before. He digs into smartphones and computers to recover data for consumers, as well as for investigations by police and the FBI, among others.
There are some people that just simply can't live without those documents that they need.
That's why ransomware is big business. Remember when we reported on CryptoLocker, that ransomware that hit computers hard last year? It raked in nearly $30 million in just over 3 months. Levitt is not surprised more and more thieves are going after mobile targets.
We don't realize how important or what a role our phones play in our lives for those of us that use them every day until we don't have access to them.
And there are several types of mobile ransomware. Some will simply lock you out of your phone. Others download porn onto your phone and then demand as much as $600 to remove it, which you cannot do yourself. Still, others will encrypt all of your phone's photos, music, and documents with a code that's nearly impossible to break unless you pay up.
The people that create those viruses and malware are constantly trying to evolve them to make them more difficult to get into, more difficult to solve.
And if you do pay up, investigators say the transaction is practically impossible to track. Levitt says even if you do get access back, there might be more trouble later on.
They're not just going to walk away. They're already in your phone. Why just walk away from it? It can just monitor what you're doing, what websites you go to. It could do social engineering and track what you do, where you go.
There could be a bypass, at least for Android users. Levitt says reboot your phone into its safe mode, and that will stop your "phone is locked" message from popping up. And then scroll through the phone's app manager.
Find the one that is applicable, that looks like it is not the one that shouldn't be there, and you just want to simply uninstall it and then reboot the phone and see if that still is happening. If you're lucky, you've taken care of the CryptoLocker on the phone and everything is right in the world again.
That won't always be the case. But here's something I get all the time. Some stranger sends me a website to click. Do it, and that's a sure way of downloading ransomware. Same danger when some stranger suggests you download an app from outside of official stores like Google Play or iTunes.
And of course, the advice here is to remember that your cell phone is just really a mini computer, and it can be infected by viruses and all sorts of malware the same way an ordinary computer can.